mean everything you need because I know you mean everything in Christ. And Christ means everything you need.
I called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they don't follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
And what we're going to be talking about today is what time are we in? What time are we in according to the Bible? Should we be ignoring the signs that are going on in the earth? Or should we just be walking around with our head in the ground like an ostrich? Right? These are signs that we are seeing throughout the times, in the time we are in now, in the earth. Right? So, as the Black, Hispanic, and Native American, what should we be doing today in 2025?
That's right.
We're going to read about it today. Read.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, you should hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Sure.
Now, who was talking?
This is Christ.
Right, it is Christ. As we ignorantly call him Jesus Christ today, right? We know him as YAHANNA. So he is speaking. He is telling his disciples that these are the times to come, the times that we are in. Read on.
See that ye be not troubled.
Right. These are wars and rumors of wars. Right, what's going on in Venezuela, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, Korea, Europe, and Russia, Ukraine, wars, and rumors of wars. The war on drugs, the war on terror, and this earth. And this earth always deals with wars and rumors of wars. So this is what Christ is talking about. Take a look at Donald Trump, right? What is Donald Trump doing? He's pretty much starting wars. He's continuing creating more and more enemies to start wars. So this is what Christ is talking about. This is the time we are in. Read on.
For all these things must come to pass.
Right, all these things must come to pass. So Christ is telling his disciples that these are the things that are going to come to pass. And keep in mind, this is coming out of the New Testament, the Bible. When Christ is talking, right? Then like I said, the Old Testament's done away with. Well, this is Christ telling you the time we're in. Read.
But the end is not yet.
Right, the end is not yet. The end isn't here yet. So those rumors of wars that we're hearing, so the time we're in, we are hearing these rumors of wars throughout the earth, on television, constantly. Read on.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Right, nation shall rise against nation. Now what is a nation?
What did it say?
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is a nation. The nation of the white people, that's a nation. The Chinese man and the Chinaman, that's a whole nation of people. The Arabs, they're a whole other nation of people. It says what?
For nation shall rise against nation.
That's right, don't we see on TV that people are nation is going against nation? Don't we see that all these nations are fighting against each other? Oh, guess what? When America's on its way there very soon, we're going to start seeing nations and more nations go against each other. Read on.
That's why if you are Africa, tell me.
For nation shall rise against nation,
right,
and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right, kingdom against kingdom. The one who is ruling. Go ahead.
And there shall be famine and pestilence.
Right, famine. So let's talk about famine. What is famine? Famine is talking about food shortages. Are we seeing food shortages in the earth? Are we seeing certain places that don't have food? Don't we see certain places that have their food cut off? Now you're seeing what they're doing with the SNAP program, right? They cut that off so people can't get food, so people can't feed their families. There are shortages in areas where it's not only just SNAP, but they're not even able to grow food in certain areas. So when it says famine, that's the time we're in. There's famine throughout the earth.
And pestilence.
And pestilences. Oh my God, have you guys took some and done some research on Texas and realized the HIV rate is high?
Right.
The rate of HIV is high in Texas.
Right.
Pestilences, diseases. And why is that HIV so high? Well, guess what? This is what this wicked world is that caused all that stuff to happen. There's no guidance and no righteousness to say that some of this stuff is wrong. So as far as pestilence, there's HIV in Texas. There's also COVID. These rapid diseases that's going around. So this is the time that we're in, right? Read that again.
And famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. Have we not seen on the news that they got earthquakes in diverse places? Have we not seen that there have been catastrophes on the news? Tornadoes, fire, forest fires. Where are these forest fires and these tragedies and these phenomena coming from? Well, guess what? It's coming from the Most High. The Most High is allowing this stuff to happen.
That's right.
Because it is written in the Bible. Read it again from the top, verse 7.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. So this is the time that we are in America, 2025. But what does that mean for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? This is the beginning of a new kingdom. This system has to fall down for our new kingdom to come. This is prophecy. So what does the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to be doing in 2025? Should we be celebrating Christmas? Should we be celebrating Halloween? Should we be doing everything that this world is telling us to do? No, we should not. We're going to get that out of the Bible. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. See, the Lord's chosen people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they can't do what the rest of this world does. They got to be separate from the way this world is. We have a responsibility as the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans on this earth to do and uphold God's commandments. Let's get that out of the Bible. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
Thou art an holy people. So you gotta ask yourself, what does holy mean? Does holy mean like the Christian church claims that it is, where you go around and yelling at the darn fool? No, holy means with the knowledge that's in the Bible, being separate. You are a separate people.
That's right.
So when it says holy, read on.
Unto the Lord thy God.
You are holy unto the Lord thy God. You are separate. And what does it mean to be separate? You can't eat what everybody else eats. Right. You can't celebrate what everybody else celebrates.
Right.
You cannot live the life that everybody on this earth lives.
Right.
And what? Take a look at it. What is the way that everybody else lives now? Their lives are full of chaos, out of order. That's right. The women hate the men, and the men hate the women. The children hate the mother, and nobody loves anyone anymore. That's a life that we cannot afford to live. We got to be holy according to God, the Most High. So like the Bible says, and blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are supposed to be a separate people, according to the Bible. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Right, so the Lord thy God has done what?
Chose thee to to be a special people unto himself.
Say that again. The word what?
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Right, so the Lord thy God has chosen these separate people to be what? Chosen unto him. So these people that the Bible is talking about is the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans. And how do you know those chosen people? Well, you got to read and know your history, what the Bible is talking about. But this is talking about a group of people that the Lord thy God has chosen. Read on.
Above all people upon the face of the earth.
Upon all what?
Above all people down upon the face of the earth.
We got different people that are upon the face of this earth. Right? As the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the chosen people of the Lord thy God, they are holy unto him, and they are above all the other nations of people. Why? Because the Most High God has chosen these people to do certain tasks. They have a job that they must do. Their job consists of them doing what the Most High God tells them. We're going to get more of that in just a moment. Read it again from the top.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And you know what this clarifies? That the special people are not to join with everybody else. But the earth says that we should all be the same. We should all join hand in hand. We should all be one people. But what does God say? He chose us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, according to the Bible, to be holy, to be separate, to be above. That sounds like segregation to me. To be separate. Salam. God does not want us to be with everybody else. Right? And that's coming out of the Bible. Now we're going to get some more. These chosen people have a responsibility. So we talked about the time that we're in right now. So what are these people that the Most High God has chosen? Right, so we were talking about the time that we are in. What should blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans be doing in this time that we're in? We heard it out of Christ's mouth. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they have a responsibility to carry out the Most High God's rules and regulations. Let's read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so this is what the Most High God is saying to the children of Israel. That this is going to come to pass, meaning that it will happen. It's a prophecy. So if you decide that you want to obey the voice of the Lord thy God, meaning that you will listen, read on,
to observe and do all his commandments.
Observe, meaning to watch, to do. And we all know what to do something means, to put into place. Read on.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right, so the Most High God has gave these specific people, those chosen ones that we talked about, that they have a responsibility. And their responsibility is to observe and to do his what? His commandments. His commandments. Now, if we don't know what commandments are, you got to go into the Bible to understand what those are. We can start with some of the small ones. That means you need to stop. You don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You don't celebrate pagan holidays. That are not of the Most High God. The Most High God has his own holy days. Does this world know anything about the Most High God's holy days? You talk about the Passover. It sounds like foreign language to this world. You talk about the Feast of Purim or the Feast of Hanukkah. You know what they'll be celebrating during the Lord's holy days? Christmas. That's not what the Most High God told us. He told us to keep his commandments.
That's right.
And what was he going to do with those people if they obeyed his commandments? What was he going to do? Read the last line.
where the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of earth.
Right. So when you see these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're going through the condition that they're going through now, it's because they did not obey the Most High God. He was originally going to put these people above all nations of the earth. They were supposed to be ruled. So the Most High God, he had to put his foot on us, give us a ass whooping because we didn't listen to him, just like a father does to his children.
Right.
So he had to, that's what his original plan was from the beginning. Now I know they're like, well dang, I never heard this before. Well, I'm sorry. That was the original plan of the Most High God, to have the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans rule the earth. Right. But he created the other nations to put them over us because of our disobedience.
Right.
Let's get that out of the next verse. Drop on down to verse 15. Verse 15, 28, 15.
That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so now this is talking about what the Most High God is saying, that if you don't want to listen to the Most High God, if you choose not to listen and not to obey his commandments, and since we're talking about being in 2025, the Most High God said you should be following his commandments. He said it then, and he's saying it now. What's going to happen?
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, so all these curses, all these famines, all these different things that is happening in the world, it's going to be because people do not want to keep the Most High God's commandments. They don't want to listen to the Most High. So the Lord is slowly judging this earth and putting the curses on people for not listening and keeping his commandments. Right. Read that last part again.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, all these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you. Right. Now, we're going to get some more. Read the book of Zechariah, chapter 5. Now, this is also talking about the time that we're in. Right, we all walk around, we got our head in the dirt. We all walking around like we don't see what's going on in the sky. We got the military following things and searching things that are flying in the sky. Has anyone ever told you what those things are? Has anyone ever told you that these flying objects that you're supposedly seeing in the earth and in the sky, that those are the Most High God's chariots? Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Right. Those are called the Most High God's chariots, or what you guys will call UFOs. Did you know that UFOs are in the Bible? Did you know that the same prophets that are sitting here today telling you about what's going on in the world was the same thing that happened back in the day? But you guys look this thing, it's an airplane. You think it's nonsense when the prophets come out here and teach you the information. This is the time we're in. These UFOs that go around are going around scoping the earth. They're scoping, reporting back to the Most High God and letting him know where everybody is and what they're doing in the earth. Read.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Right, so this is Zechariah. This is one of the prophets that's in the Bible. He's telling you what he's seen in the Bible. He said he looked up, and what did he look up and see? Read on.
Then I turned and lifted my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
That he looked up in the sky and he see a flying roll. Right. Now you gotta understand, back in the day, they did not know how to identify certain things at a different time of technology. So Zechariah is explaining it the best way that he knows how to. And he sees a flying roll, a flying object that's in the sky. Right? Read on.
Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Right, this is him also having a conversation with an angel. So you gotta understand, our people have a history behind us. We ain't just some Negroes that go around, as y'all think, just smoking weed, making babies. No, we all have a history, a good history about us.
Right.
It ain't just what they put on TV and propose us as. We actually had conversations with angels back then. We were interacting with angels. So Zechariah right now is talking to you and telling you what he's seeing in the sky. And furthermore, and we were a people that actually had our own nationality. We knew who we were. We know we were Israelites. But because of oppression and America, we lost all of that, all of our identity. Shame on you, America, for that information. Start again from verse 2.
Verse 2, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe.
Right, so he said it again. I see a flying robe. So when we look in this time that we're in, and we're seeing these little objects flying through the sky, oh no, don't think that this is just make-believe. This is in the Bible. This is coming out of the Bible. Now, the military knows this information, and what they're going to do is they're going to create their little mechanisms to try to divert God's truth from coming out. They'll say they're unidentified, but we know what the hell it is according to the Bible.
That's right.
They'll tell you, so you as the people don't know what it is.
That's right.
They'll tell you it's everything else except what it is in the Bible.
That's right.
So again, this is the time we're in 2025, according to Christ and the Bible. Read that one more time, verse 2.
Verse 2, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits.
Right, all he's just explaining is just the size of this thing. We don't use cubits anymore, but just know it's about 13 to 15 feet wide, and he's explaining the size of this thing. UFOs, right? Drop that. Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15. Isaiah 66 and verse 15. Now, knowing that the time we're in, we know what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what their job is, what they're supposed to be doing in this time, keeping the Most High God's commandments. We also talked about the chariots and the time we're in, floating around, and their job and what they're doing. They also have another job. They're not just here just reporting back to the Most High. They also have another job when the Most High God gives the signal to do something specific. And what is that specific thing is going to be? We're going to find out in this next verse. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
The Lord's will come with what?
The Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
That's right.
Let that sink in real quick. The Most High God is going to come with these UFOs that you've been seeing sliding in the earth, sliding around in the sky, and the time that we're in, and he's going to do what?
Come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yes, right. So those so-called UFOs, these are the chariots of the Most High. These are his vehicles, and they're going to cause destruction on this earth.
That's right.
And why are they going to cause destruction on the earth? Well, think about it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when have we ever got our vengeance? When have we ever got our payment? Repayment back for not just today's society, but what about all the slavery that has happened? What about all the rape, the robbery, the murder? What about all of the atrocity that has happened to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? And every time that we try to tell, hey, listen to us, we're trying to tell you how we feel. Can you guys care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You know what y'all do in America? You know what you say? Fool it. Fool it. No one wants to hear what y'all have to say, but guess what? You know who does hear us? The Most High God hears us, as well as his angels.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one